Welcome back, guys. Things are about to get super dusty as we start our new project. We're moving down onto the middle floor and this is going to be our bedroom. We're really looking forward to it. This video includes the first few weeks demolition, basically tearing everything down so that we can hopefully start building it back again. This video is also sponsored by Squarespace, who I'll chat more about later on, but for now, let's get into it. Morning, guys. We're starting our first demo day in here and you're actually on the renovation camera, so I'm sorry if it's clicking a bit, but hopefully mostly this will just be time lapses of us getting on with the day. Ollie and I have just had our little debrief of the day, chat of the day, because we're not debriefing yet, and we've decided that we're going to be taking down all of the plaster in these rooms, which is something we haven't done before yet in the house. We've kind of worked with the old lath plaster and tried to patch it up, but we think that might make the process a little bit longer, and sometimes trying to do things more cost effective doesn't work out cost effective in the long run. For example, you end up paying a little bit more for the plasterer to patch it up and that kind of thing. So we're basically gonna go for it in this room, tear this room totally apart. It'll be totally back to brick. Ceiling will be off, because we're going to have to get electricians in to do lots of different spotlights in this room, because it's going to turn into multiple rooms. And next door, Ollie is in here setting up the Hoover, because at some point we also want to tear out the hole over here for the fireplace, because we've got a chimney sweep coming. When is he coming? It's beginning of November, so he can do these two so that they're all cleaned out, ready to be boarded, and for that new one to go in. Exciting. And Ollie's going to put up this is the chute that we got. So I thought it was going to be like a plastic tunnel chute, a little bit more like this, but it's actually more of a rubble sack chute, which you just put out the window, and then hopefully, oh, it's pretty secure though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really tough. It's the same stuff that the dumpy bags come in.
Yeah, I think it's more secure than those actually.
Yeah, I think
feels a bit harder. Yeah.
So we hang out the window, falls in the chute, and just throw buckets down there.
Yeah, so hopefully it makes our life easier.
It won't make it dusty for the neighbours.
Are you excited about this?
Yeah, today feels like the start of this whole area.
Yeah. And I could be wrong and I don't want to jinx it, but I also feel like I'm feeling a bit more confident and experienced going into this next phase of the renovations. I think we learned a lot upstairs, so yeah, hopefully this goes a bit smoother.
You told them what we're doing.
Yeah, we're gonna rip that. Is that what we're doing first thing this morning? You're not doing that yet? We're both gonna go into the pink room? We could do that tomorrow, I guess. Sorry, we're still deciding. Gotta make all these decisions. But first off, I want a film camera photo. We're trying to document these rooms as well. Obviously we document on here, but I'm trying to keep a little bit more of a scrapbook film photography documentary of this area, because you forget. We're just cleaning off the fireplace. I don't know if you can hear me. And the last time that this would have been cleaned or sealed up was 1987, when this newspaper was obviously shoved up there to stop the draft. Kind of crazy, really, but that also kind of says why it is so unbelievably dirty. We've learned some lessons. We have a damp cloth up at the door to try and stop any dust getting out. We also have a water pump so that any time things get a little bit too dusty, we can spray it down.
Might need to make that a bit finer.
And we're gonna, as we put all the rubble into here, we're gonna spray that down so that it doesn't get all up in the air. I mean, it's far too fun. It's just like a fun tool, really. And we got our sexy uniform on.
Oh yeah. You can do your toggles up a little bit tighter.
Yeah, definitely. Is that good?
If only it was like -3 degrees, you're gonna boil.
It is hot. Oh my gosh. And actually, I feel like now everybody can feel our pain of the the safety goggles steaming up.
Oh yeah, because everyone's
Everybody's
wearing
worn
masks.
masks this year, they understand what it's like. Anyway, we're ready.
On the floor, looking up, wanting more. This is so unreal. I must have been wrong, 'cause your love is strong for him.
We're about halfway. And this is how dusty we're looking. My gosh. Yeah, so we've just crept out of the room to get some fresh air. Oh, just take a breather. It's pretty mad in there. I can't film because it is so dusty. That's what you're gonna look like when you're grey.
Oh God. It's so ginger, it's so grey.
Free, but ready to flee from this all. Hard to be standing on your own. Hard to be standing on your own.
Round one done.
Now I'm going to fill all of these again, and Ollie's going to use Kanga to take down the rest of this.
Like the one before. 'Cause I must be strong. 'Cause this might go on for long. 'Cause I was wrong, and he's always there for you. I keep living alone.
It's been a tough day. It's about 6:15. We really want to get this tidied before we finish for the day.
But ready to flee from this all. Hard to be standing on your own. Hard to be standing on your left on the floor, looking up, wanting more. This is so unreal. Out of my mind, how could I be so blind? How could I not see? I must have been wrong, 'cause your love is strong for him. Why would it not? He's always there for you.
Good morning, guys. Whoa, what a day yesterday was. As you can probably tell, I'm just a little bit tired. That's why I look so puffy, and honestly, I ate all over, but I'm just having a little bit of breakfast. This is a banana loaf that my mum baked us, and I'm so thankful of it. I need something a little bit sweet this morning. But whilst I eat this, I wanted to tell you about today's sponsor, Squarespace. As many of you will know, I have been running my website through them for over a year now, and if you don't know them, they're the all-in-one website building platform, and they make it so seamless and effortless for you to build a website. You don't have to be tech savvy at all. I certainly am not. I would have no idea how to code or go to the back end of a website, but their platform is so user-friendly that you don't have to worry about that. You can simply pick a template. They have thousands to choose from and have your website up and running within a matter of hours, which is amazing. If, like me, you're busy but you have lots of other things that you want to achieve in life, maybe you want to start up a business, maybe you just want it as a hobby, maybe you want to show people your renovations or your cute dog or children, keep in touch with family or people abroad, whatever it may be, they honestly have a template for anyone. Coming into the new year, I want to make a few changes to mine. My domain is actually still my old blog name, which is Living My Style. If you guys were around back then, wow, that was quite a few years ago. But I'm thinking of changing it to my name, which is really what I'm branded under right now. And you can choose your domain through them too, so you can keep it all under the same platform, and it's really easy, especially if, like me, with passwords, you forget them and then it becomes a bit of a nightmare and you don't quite know what's happening. They also have templates for e-commerce and inventory management, simple checkout process and secure payments. And just to make it even easier, all of their websites are optimized for mobile, so your content is just automatically adjusted to the right size that it needs to be. And the great thing about Squarespace is that they do a free trial, so you can go and check it out, see how easy it is to work, put your own imagery in, get a really good feel of it, and when you're ready to go live, you can use my link, which is squarespace.com/Laura, which gives you 10% off your first domain or website. I would highly recommend checking it out because your website is often the first part of getting your business off the ground, and sometimes it's the part that I think stalls most people because it seems so overwhelming, but I promise you it honestly isn't through Squarespace. And now I'm going to tuck in to my banana loaf and we'll get into today.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight.
Right, I'm not sure where we left you last weekend. We just about finished all the cleaning and clearing up. But then Ollie did come in here during the week to try and hoover down the floor a bit. I mean,
I did a bit.
This room is, all I can describe it is like hell. It's dusty. It looks really dark and horrible in here. The camera's actually brightening it quite a bit. But anyway, we're back here this weekend. We've just had our friends stay. I think they were a little bit shocked about this room. But what we're doing today is getting rid of our pink carpet. So to do this, we're actually putting this one down to get our hose pipe, and then we're going to water it down so that the dust hopefully doesn't get uncontrollable. And then this room should be a semi-clean room. So we got to clean all of this off. And then this one pretty much is ready to board again. We've got to get out all of the nails in the ceiling there. I'm not sure you can see them. But then this one's ready to board, isn't it?
Yeah, we're kind of, well, gonna put some buttons up, gonna make it level.
Yeah. We've got the plumber coming in to do his first fix and also electrician, but today's task is to get rid of the carpet and move these few bits into the other room. I am currently washing our clothes from the other day. It's a task. I basically hand wash it all about 10 times and then put it in the washing machine, and then I clean the washing machine. Yeah, it's a task. But anyway, what we are actually doing today is taking off this radiator and uncovering, hopefully, the fireplace back here or the chimney breast opening, because we have a chimney sweep coming this week to hopefully clear these so that we're ready to put a new fire in, and that one next door is ready to be boarded. This time we got our hose pipe in the bedroom.
With you and I, the future is bright. You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon, side by side and through, no limit to what we can do.
Here we go again. Taping in all of our doors down here. That's why we put this door here, to hopefully keep out as much dust from the back area. And we're gonna have to put a sheet over this one here. It's like we've been preparing for doomsday this morning. We are prepped and ready. What a day it's gonna be.
We've been dust preppers, haven't we?
We have sealed every door in the house. We've been preparing this room ready. So under here we've got some food and drink and some of our tools, which we're gonna pop over the sheet to hopefully keep it semi-okay. Then we're gonna be sealing ourselves in, and hopefully this room is going to come to pieces. We've got the chute going out the window. We'll hopefully show you the process, but it's going to be on my renovation dusty camera. I'm going to leave this one out in the hallway, so we will see you later. Are you nervous? I'm feeling actually quite nervous about this.
Yeah, I bet.
It's been a lot of prep this morning.
We're going to try and get as much done today. Hopefully we're finishing tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we've never gutted a room this size in that amount of time.
No. Well,
We'll see.
We'll see. We're in, and there is no way out of this room now until we finish this job. But we do have this ladder which is going down so that we can access the skip and the front door if needs be. And of course, a few seconds later, Ollie has to go down because the tarp was flying off the skip. And we've also got the hose pipe up here to stop any dust when it heads down, hopefully. Dinner for two. Have you seen such a setup? We just ordered Subway. Ollie came through the window to deliver it. What an absolute treat. Cheers.
Well, good work.
Half a morning then. Half a day then, not a morning.
I felt like the next bit should be easier.
We always do that. Lunch is done. I thought I'd show you where we got to. I didn't even check the time. I have no idea what time it is. We've got half the ceiling down, the bay window, and all of the brick over this side. The skip is about half full already. And now we've moved, obviously as you saw, all of our bits and bobs over here so that we can do this side. Oh, it's going to be a long day, isn't it? But we hope by about 4 o'clock we'll have got all of this down and in the skip. That's the aim.
I remember us like yesterday and how you used to say love, it doesn't come by itself so easily. Love you have got to give to get. You see, love, it doesn't come by itself so easily. Love you have got to give to get. You see, my love.
So we worked into the night and got it done. I can't quite believe it, but this room is totally gutted. And actually, it doesn't feel too dusty. I did mop down the floor, even though it doesn't look it. It just is, well, you can kind of see it's all like been smushed around a little bit. We fully opened up the fireplace so that we can get a lovely fire back in there. The leaves are just looking gorgeous at the moment. It's all down above the bay window and also over on this side of the room now too. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. The room feels quite different if I'm honest. but kind of really positive. So our main aim with this project was to get the majority of the dusty work done before putting up Christmas decorations and before going into the new year. So we can kind of go into the new year starting this project thinking the hardest bit is done with. This certainly was the hardest bit. I'm going to be honest, I'm tired right now and I ache all over. A few people have already been asking on my Instagram, I showed some sneak peeks, why are you taking it back to brick? So we didn't do this upstairs, and I explained earlier on in the video, I think, what we did with the upstairs is we had a plasterer come in and he quoted with like some building elements to it too. And he came in and he was like, oh, it's fine, we'll deal with this, don't worry. His quote ended up going up about 40%. It was just like, to be honest, we would have never got it done if we'd have known that it was going to be that price. So part of that we feel like is because with old plaster, you just don't quite know what's going to happen and you end up patching up loads of bits. You'll have hopefully seen from this video, some of the plaster literally just like falls off the walls, like it's no longer attached to it basically. So a bit like upstairs in the top room, we didn't take the plaster off of those walls, and when I did the dressing room makeover and I tried to pull out that screw, the plaster just ended up coming off because that's the old lath plaster behind, which we skimmed over. Long term, it's not fine, like short term, it's fine. And obviously for those rooms, we didn't quite know, but here we want to do it properly. It also means that we can find out some other things about the property, which we did on the top floor. We ended up taking down one of the walls by the window and it had really heavy concrete on it, which isn't great. It's not breathable for an old house. And here we kind of knew this was going to happen, but we've got some rotting beams in the bay window where there was a leak. As you can see, just up there, we need to get those sorted. So it's really nice to be able to pull it all back to actually see what you're dealing with. This side looks a lot better. This is where the leak was. We've obviously fixed, this is our like the top of our bay window at the top of our house that we fixed last year. So it's no longer had a leak, but it's obviously still got the damage there. So that's this room. Apart from that, it still looks absolutely fine. Next job for this whole project, to be honest, is we've got some builders in for some quotes and we've decided on one. They're going to be knocking the doorways in. So there's going to be going one here, which leads into the dressing room, one here, which will be the entrance into this room. And then this door here, we weren't quite sure if it was going to be worth it, but we're having this door moved as much over to this side as possible to possibly fit a very small wardrobe in here, but we're going for it because we've torn the room apart. We might as well. It's not going to be that much of an additional cost. And this room is looking a bit more of a mess now because we've put all of our tools into here, but this one is basically the same. We'll move all of this across so that the builders can put the two doorways in there, and then they're also going to be squeaky floorboards, widening this door so that it has the double doors going in. That building work should happen before Christmas, hopefully in the next few weeks, fingers crossed if they stay on schedule. And then we're kind of going to be on a little bit of a halt, to be honest, because we need the plumber and electrician to come in. The electricians who we use for the upstairs aren't available till March, so we're trying to find somebody else who can come in sooner. Plumber hopefully is going to fit us in when he can, like in like kind of like rainy days they call it. So yeah, and we'll start boarding up a little bit in the meantime. So in between that, we need to start ordering. The first thing on my list is a PVC window to go in that room we're there, which would be the ensuite. We need to get a quote for this window. This is actually the worst window in the house, which is the single one in the front of the bay window. It's quite rotten. The bay window isn't so bad. That's going to be really expensive to change. So we're hoping to leave that for a little while. Because we've taken off the lath and plaster, when we come to change over that window, it shouldn't be so messy. It definitely won't be as messy because that's the lath and plaster is what brings up all the dust. Once you put plasterboard over it all, like, it doesn't make things very dusty. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed our first installment of the bedroom or the middle floor makeover. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. It really means a lot when you subscribe. It's like the wonderful pat on the back to know that you're enjoying my videos. But I will see you guys all in the next one. We've got so much Christmas content coming soon. In fact, the next video is going to be the living room Christmas tree going up. And in between then and now, I need to get dusting because let me tell you, as much as you can seal all of the doors, dust gets everywhere. Like it just gets everywhere. It just creeps through the house, up and down the chimneys, through the skirting boards, through the floors. Yeah, fun. Anyway, I hope you guys have a more entertaining weekend, and I will see you all soon.